Oh my God, how are you doing? Let's do another pick a card. Today's going to be what's happening. I like to do that on Mondays. Just to have a taste of the week. It doesn't have to be, when you're watching, whatever you want. But let's do a bit of deck and oracle. Quite a few to go through. So let's go. 1, 2, 1, 2. Part number 1. What's happening? 3 of Cups. Wheel of Fortune. Death. Beautiful. Death sounds very dramatic, but it's a very positive card. It's a rebirth. So what we have with those 2 major arcana already, we have a sense of renewal. We have a sense of the wheel turning for the better. A lot of people have that card since the 4th of April, which was a massive gate of energy. The 4th of the 4th, in particular in 2025, because it's a year of completion, a year number 9. So a lot of things are falling into place, and the wheel may have started to go very slowly, but now we have a momentum, so we have an acceleration. A lot of things are coming up faster than we thought. For some of you, it may have feel like, my God, 300 years, but now we're here, it's moving forward. So we have a rebirth as well. So something have to end, a way you were living life, the way you were seeing each other, whatever. There is a renewal, there is a rebirth. So that is fascinating, which could actually bring some people to get engaged. So really fabulous, but also be with people like-minded. Be with people who understand you. The people you don't have to justify who you are. And that is quite fantastic when you find those people. They really are your tribe. And they want you to do well. So you may have found like you had to let go of other people, a bunch of people, a group of people, because they were just dragging you down. They were not really happy for you to succeed. They didn't want you to do well. They didn't want you to find someone. And they may have been like big smile on their face and all that stuff, but you knew they were not really hoping for the best for you. So those people had to go. And now you make some space for new people, people with the tribe, people who understand what you're about and they want to celebrate you instead of putting you down. So quite fabulous, I have to say. So we have a restart, and it's good to have that in the beginning of the week, but it doesn't matter when you're watching this video, it's whenever you're watching it. Okay, so the timing just wasn't right for us. Exactly. So I would say if it's someone who was with someone else, they had to let go of that other connection in order to connect with you now. And that is the right timing. And maybe there were 3 people in a picture. That was a point. Now this person has really understood the idea of moving forward. Maybe they were thinking at the time, yeah, but I have obligation, I have children. Now maybe the children are more grown up. I don't know. But the timing seems to be a little bit more positive for you guys. So, fair enough. Do you want to reopen the door? That is you, making that choice. But let's have more information first of all, right? Let's have a look. What do we have? Adventure. Instead of seeing the current situation as an obstacle, try seeing it as an adventure. Explore all the possibilities. There are many more than you currently imagine. Instead of seeing things as either black or white, try to explore all the colors in between. Yeah, maybe for you it's not that evident. Do I really want to go down that road? Do I trust that once they're with me, they will stay with me? Or do I believe that they might do the same thing to their partner and they do it to me? Ooh, you know what I mean? So maybe it's not either black or white, as I say. It could be like, I'm not sure. Let me think about it. And maybe wait to see, how far the wheel is going to push you. Because the wheel now is gaining in momentum. So it starts spinning. So just because something is spinning doesn't mean you have to make a decision on the spot. No. When those things are like that, try to cool it down, slow down, and see, well, I'm going to give it some time. I wouldn't suggest to you to take a decision on the spot. I would say, I will think about it. And you do. Grief. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. Absolutely. And that's why the grief was when you had a sense of death at some point, obviously. A situation didn't work out. With someone, it just went wrong. And remember that pain. Maybe now they want to come back. Now they feel like the wheel has turned in favor. For them, it's all about them, is it? What about you? At some point you were 3. How comes? Does it mean they're going to do that again? You see, I'm coming back with the same idea. Where is this reassurance here of, yeah, it happened because I was with the wrong person, but it's not going to happen again? You have no guarantee. I have a funny feeling it might happen again. So do you want to go down that road? Sometimes you have to say no to someone who come back into your life. Just because someone come back into your life is not like, oh, welcome back, dear. No, hell no. Hell no. Positivity, faith, and optimism. You open the doorway to positive experiences and opportunities with your positive expectations and energy. Do not allow negative energy or temporary setback to interfere with the path that you're on. Keep the faith and keep going. You see what I'm saying? They want to come back to you. Well, of course, because you're divine. Hello. But do you want to open the door? They may have been sorting out this situation, but maybe something is definitely over for them. But do you want to start fully with them? Maybe not. Because you will always have that question. Can they do it again? That's my thing here. You know, you have a lot of stuff going on for yourself. A lot of experiences, you know, stuff going on and things coming to you because you've done the work. But don't let them interfere with your big plan. If you have an idea, if you have a project, if you have, you know, a big dream, don't let them come back whenever they want, whenever they are ready, and torment your vibe. No, don't let anyone torment your vibe. I'm telling you. If that's deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. What did I say to you? I'm in good form today. Yeah, absolutely. Look at this. You will have another situation with that person and it will never stop. It will be always someone new, always someone else that they want to be with. Be careful. Now they're promising everything because they left somebody and they don't want to be alone, so they come back to what they know, you. But you have better things coming your way. Why would you limit yourself to a deja vu? Ugh, no. And they had the opportunity to have you at the time. They say no. Well, tough, you know. They missed the boat. But the thing is, you were actually protected, I would say. Thank God, you know, do you find out there were 3 people? Because they probably didn't tell you. I bet they didn't tell you. So you found out, and thank God you found out you were protected. My goodness, because you have better things to do. Because you have a big dream to, you know, to realize. So no, you don't have time for this. I don't trust them. You going and you're moving forward. So get on with it. Don't let anybody distract you. Particularly them. Because when they've done something once, they will do it again. People don't change. Remember that, okay? Right. Part number 2, what's happening? Knight of Sword, 10 of Sword, the Hermit. Okay, wow. A lot of sword here, a lot of matter of the mind. Well, yeah, someone has definitely ended something. Or the worst is behind you, which is divine. So you don't have to go through this again, right? As a result, you have an Ace of Sword, obviously, here. But that could be someone as well coming forward and telling you, well, I made my decision, I know exactly what I want, and I want you, or we want you. But you may have spent some time alone defining the I am. So you kind of comfortable being on your own. You see what I mean? Some people cannot be facing themselves. You have no problem facing yourself. I mean, this is not an issue for you, and that's wonderful. So you will have the time with that I am, S of 1 somehow, to decide if they are worth it or not. Okay, for me, you're still in that position of isolation because you want to be isolated, and maybe as well because you want to recover. You went through a 10 of Swords. Someone really hurt you big time, so you have no idea of what's going to be the next step. What you do now is recovery, and that's all you need to do for now. Recovering, and make sure that you look after yourself. You don't allow anyone knocking at your door and pressurizing you to open the door. Hell no, nobody would do that, okay? You do whatever you feel whenever you feel it. I am not available. Here we go, because you are rebuilding yourself. You're rebuilding, you reconnecting with yourself, a sense of I am, and that's very important. If you don't have that, how can you make a better choice, better decision? Oh my God, it's already so hot here. Okay, so that is the thing. You need to stay in a quiet place for a little bit longer. So please do not force anything. Do not try to make things happen a certain way because that's people want you. They expecting something from you. You do whatever you feel when you feel it. And at the moment, I think you have to be very tranquil within yourself. You have to be Just gentle with yourself. I'm absolutely sweating. A heat wave here. Prayer. No matter how difficult the situation may seem, all is possible. Ask, we are listening. Yeah, just focus on you. Let the noise around you switch off, or just let it go. You need to be really within yourself and understand, where do I go from here? And sometimes you have to do that. You have to recover. Let's not forget, you went through a 10 of Swords. You're gaining the Ace of Swords, the clarity of mind. What you have been redefining, we're going to get there eventually, is a sense of I am. But maybe you're not so clear just yet about which direction you want to go, with clarity you have. And that's okay. You don't have to, as I say, don't push, don't let, hold on. Many information at once is not working. Don't let others tell you what to do, but don't be distracted. Just stay focused on you. It's not being selfish, it's you rebuilding yourself. At the moment, that's what you need to do. Deny. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. Absolutely. Beautiful design. When you're in that place, in the cave, you need to be alone. You need to really have a clear idea of who you are, what happened. And okay, maybe you had fake people around you. Maybe you had to realize that you didn't want to see it for a long time because it was a bit painful. Maybe you had an intuition you didn't listen to, but now you went through this. 10 of Swords, you've been betrayed. And it's really hard to recover from that. And at first, I know for myself, I need a moment. I need a moment to digest it all. Because it's a letting go, because it's the death of something somehow. When you have 10 swords through your back, hello, you're not going to recover. My God, I'm so hot. But you need some time to understand the lesson and letting go. So don't deny what you actually know. Your heart, or your body telling you, no, don't go there. Listen to it, okay? Partnership. Allow healthful, supportive partnership into your personal life and career, and both parties benefit as a result. You are receiving help from heaven and from a person who brings needed skills and resources. Partnership, beautiful. Because who is not in your life anymore, and you let them go. And it hurt, it definitely hurt. Then you definitely have someone bringing you clarity, or you're more open to clarity. You needed to let go of a dead weight. Those people could be people of your own family. It could be people really close to you, and you realize now they really never wanted me to be happy. And it's a hard thing to appreciate, because you always wanted them to be happy. You always wanted the best for them, but they don't. So you stay, you regroup, you stay on your own, you rebuild yourself, and then you will attract different partnership, people who will resonate this time with you. And sometimes that's what you need to do, sprinkling. And quite often life does it for you. Those people, for some reason, they're not contacting you anymore. You are the one contacting them, and you're like, why is it always happening like that? So you let them go. It is not drama. It's just like you simply let it dissolve himself, and so be it, okay? So what do we have? You deserve love. You're lovable. Bingo. You see, when you get rid of the betrayal, the people who behind your back were gossiping, and you know exactly who they are. Oh my God, it's there so obvious, so they've been doing that for a long time. You knew, but you're trying to think, oh, but no, there's no but, no, enough. So you stick to your strategy to rebuild yourself, to be alone. And to be alone is to be strong. When you can be alone for a long time, then you're solid. And then, of course, you will allow the right people to come in. And that will be clear cut. You deserve love, you're lovable by the right people. Where's the point of going with people where you're trying to fit in? It's like trying to fit in a pair of shoes that is not your size. Don't do this. Don't do that to yourself, okay? On this note, have a beautiful day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Mwah. Ciao.